back with a momentary semi-quick project. 2010 Toyota Tundra. If you've owned one, own one, or plan on owning one, understand they have the same frame rot, rust, corrosion issue as your Ford, as your Chevy, as your Dodge. This is no exception. It's got a heavy, thick, heavy mill scale type rust down the frame. Overall, it's in pretty good shape. There's some spots that need some attention, primarily this spot, and I'm going to show you what it is, and then we're going to work on making it better. All right, so update on the Toyota project. So we've got this piece cut out of the way. That gives us access down in here where the thin area is. We've got a lot of loose debris. I don't know if you saw that. Let me show you. So we got some debris in there. We'll have to get that out. We're just going to use an air chuck or an air tool and blow the loose stuff out. But first, we're going to do the process that I found to be most efficient for long-term use, although it reveals some ugly stuff, things you don't usually want to see. And that's the needle descaler here. So we're going to use this guy, and we're going to go through and knock off any and all of the heavy scale in this area, inside and out. Let's get it out of the way. That way we get in here with some sort of wire brush, wire wheel, whatever we can, because we're not going to be able to get it all. The geometry just doesn't allow it. There's restrictions. We'll wire wheel it. We're also going to replace the rivets. So let me show you. So that is what's left of the factory rivet. I mean, there's nothing left. It's garbage. Let me find my light. So that's the factory rivet. Nothing left of it. There's another one up behind here. That's junk also. So really the only thing left holding it is this brace here, which is welded to the frame and to the bracket. And then there was one bolt which bolted this cross member in the place. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna needle to scale everything we can in this general area. We may do a little bit extra just because we're here, and wire wheel, wire brush, things of that nature, get it all prepped up. And then we got to get us a piece of material cut that's going to lay in here. It's basically just going to be a piece of flat strap of some sort that's going to run right up through here. Yeah, right up through here, back into the factory frame where it's actually a little bit thicker. And I will work on welding that in however I can. It is not going to weld pretty, by no means, because I'm just not going to be able to clean it good enough with what I have in my setup. We'll get it good, and it's going to be better than it is, and that's what we're shooting for. Anyway, let's get at it. All right, after lots and lots of needle descaling and air hammer or air chisel, we've got it to this point. Let me show you. So all the heavy mill scale, all the heavy scale that was on it, it's pretty much off of it now. So at least to this point, we even went ahead and did a big portion of the outside, and we did a little bit around some of these holes on the bottom of the body. Let me show you that. I'll probably hit it with some sort of sandpaper. I'll at least a wire wheel, scuff it up a little bit. Through there was some heavy scale. You probably saw that a minute ago. Most of that's off there. Maybe steps off from the outside, at least up to the transfer case cross member. All right, so the next step is I'm gonna get in there with a wire wheel, some sort of wire brush, try to get some more of that loose stuff off, especially down in the area where it's gonna get the weld repair. And then we're gonna grab some scrap metal, and we're gonna go in there and we're gonna get that hopefully repaired tonight, at least the frame portion of it, and then we'll see where we're at time wise. I'm not gonna get it wrapped up tonight, but I'd like to get the bulk of it done so we can move on. We got other projects we actually want to work on, and this is a customer, so we need to get it done. I've been sitting on it for a little too long. Anyway, I'll show you guys what's next. All right, it's been a while, so let's give you an update. So, got it all repaired. New thicker piece in, welded all the way around. Not pretty, but functional. We've got one more piece we got to put in. That's this section. I got to put it back in and weld it out. But first, we need to get some coating in there, and I've got some Rust-Oleum Reform and Seal coating that I've used on a few other projects that I like. So we're gonna delicately brush that stuff in there, let that set up a little bit, and then we're gonna finish putting that piece in. And we'll see if we actually have time to put it back together tonight. But first, let's get the goop in. As you can see, we've got this all painted up, all the repairs made, minus this. We got to weld this thing into place, tighten it down, touch it up with some paint, and this thing will be complete. And then all we got to do is reinstall the fuel tank, reconnect everything, and this thing will be good to go and out of my way. Anyway, it's been kind of a slow go. Motivational issues, lots of things to do, little time to do it, blah 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 blah. Anyway, let's get at it. Oh wait, we need a ground. Oh, we don't have a good one now. We need a good one. We don't have a good one. Right in the way. Perfect. Okay. I think I had to do slight adjustment back here. Yeah. I'm gonna pull this section here. I gotta squeeze it in so it lines up, and we'll work on getting some weld in there. Tighten that bolt up, put the other 2 bolts back in the hanger, and this project will be licked. we've got it all repaired. Fresh paint, dun dun dun. Fresh and new. So's the other side. Let me show you. There's that patch. Did some touch up with the paint. That one all in right there. That one's all in. Looking all fresh and solid. That's it. Next step, install the fuel tank, get this thing off the jack stands, and call it done. All right, fuel tank is back in, so that's a win. Oh. Back in, we still got to put the skid plate back on it. Do a little touch up on some paint up in here and some spots that I missed. But time to go ahead and test fire it, make sure it's going to start up and run just fine as it should. Might take a couple times to prime the system, but should be good. All right. Actually, I pulled the relay. Alright, well, I only see one that fits, so I imagine it goes right there. Now, let's go ahead and prime the system. There we go. It was a relay thing. I just I put it in this open slot thinking that was it because it looked like it, but it was actually this spot here. So anyway, it's back in. What is that spot? Security horn? I don't know. It was already out of it. Anyway, that thing's back in, running. We're gonna put the skid plate on it and take it for a test drive, and it should be good to go. It's running. Oh, and I got to touch up that paint. I think I'll do that real quick. That is going to wrap up frame repair on this Toyota. I'm happy with it. We did a few extra spots. They really needed it. We got the frame coated in large sections, not all of it, at least in the area of interest, which would be around the fuel tank and a little bit further forward since I already had the equipment. I was able to needle scale and knock a lot of that heavy slag off. But it is done. Drop it off the jack stands and give the customer a call, and he can come get this thing. But, anyway, I really appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed this portion, this frame repair. Be sure to like, follow, and share if you would. Until next time, have a good one.